Every day, all day in the back. Stand away from haters.
All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Graveyard Drug Party Radio. I have a really cool guest today. His name is Mick Neely.
Mick Neely, the one and only.
Mick Neely. What's going on, dude? How are you?
I'm doing all right. Actually, yeah, exciting stuff coming in hopefully soon. But it's been a crazy week. It's kind of been a crazy week. I finally got I had a meeting with some guys I think are going to produce either an EP or probably an EP. But maybe a full length later on down the line. We'll see how the EP goes. But
like an EP under Mick Neely?
Under Mick Neely. Because
nice.
For those of you who don't know who I am, which is probably plenty of you, me and Miguel, we go way back, but I play bass for a handful of artists. And I recently started putting music out under the alias Mick Neely, and I got 2 songs out last year, Tiger King, Cowboy Kanye, and they're doing okay. They're doing all right. But we're going to the moon, baby.
That's right, baby.
And I am working on an EP now. I think I didn't realize what I was really doing when I put those other 2 songs out. I kind of was just like, fuck it, quarantine. We're gonna be in here for a month, and then we'll be back out in the street. I'll be playing shows.
Oh yeah.
Go
ahead. Sorry.
Not the case.
No, yeah. I heard like a really cool quote yesterday. It was like you shouldn't shoot for this. Or no. I'm sorry. The sky's not the limit because there's footprints on the moon.
That's cute. Yeah, I like that.
I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I just thought about it when you said like, something about the moon or whatever. Shoot for the moon.
To the moon, baby.
But yeah, okay, yeah. 2020.
I'm feeling that from the meme culture of the stock bros right now.
Dude, I have no idea what's going on. But 2020 was an interesting year for you. You released 2 singles. Tiger King and Cowboy Kanye, and now I don't know if you're gonna be releasing any music soon, but from the demo that I heard,
hey man, keep that on the hush.
Oh shit, beep. I'll cut this one out. All right. But
maybe. So that's the whole thing. Is like right now I'm debating if I want to do like a 5-song EP, maybe a 6-song EP, or this is someone kind of told me to do this the other day, but treat maybe 1 or 2 of the songs that I already have, because I already have I have enough.
How many can we expect on the EP?
I'm shooting for 5.
That's good. And is that EP going to include the previous 2 that you released last year, or is it going to be completely new material?
That's the thing that I'm torn on, is that I have enough songs. Like I have enough to make an EP right now, but I don't know if they're songs that I want to put out. If it like feels cohesive and like the direction I'm going. I think if I like chill out and like write like 10 more tunes,
yeah,
then I have like, I got 20 to choose from. Let's pick the best like 5.
right, right. Yeah, I feel like a lot of artists do that, where like they write like an album, like they say we're gonna go inside the studio to write an album, and they end up writing like 30 songs, but only like the public or the general public only gets to hear the like 12 out of the 30.
Yeah, I mean, I think because it's not about like I'm gonna go write 5 songs and then these are gonna be the 5 songs. It's like you need to
trim the fat.
You just need to keep going. You need to do way more than 5 and then pick the best 5.
Sure.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's how.
Or at least your favorite 5.
Right. Yeah. No.
But so right now I have enough to do 5, and I have a little interlude. Could be 6,
Oh, nice.
but I think that I need. So this is what I'm talking about. Maybe I do a 5-song EP with the 2 songs I've already released, or I drop a single and then I do an EP without those songs.
Yeah, you can go so many ways
Steamroll.
because you have
Yeah.
already released 2 tracks. In my kind of experience of analyzing the realm of music, a lot of artists could go a bunch of ways. One way you could do is you already have 2 singles out. You could do another 2 at most, and then release like a 10 song CD or like a full length album. I guess a 10 to 12 album.
Yeah, that's an album.
Yeah, that's an album. But I don't know. What do you think about like the generation nowadays? Do we have the time span to kind of really sit down and listen to the 10 song album, or do we like more maybe sound bites, quote unquote, material where it's like it's very easily digestible, where it's like you only give me enough where I don't get bored, and then you get my attention. Whereas if you publish like a 10 song album and it's like fuck, it's overwhelming, I can't do this, and a lot of people fucking panic and they can't sit down and listen to 10 fucking songs, which sucks.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I think that people like albums, but they don't get all the songs on it don't get the attention they deserve. Like when you drop an EP,
Right.
You drop an EP, you've got 2 uppity songs, 2 down songs, and then a single, and then they all kind of like get the appreciation that's wanted because people either have been waiting for so long, or yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like EPs are for artists that maybe don't have the budget for like a full-length record, or the budget might be the wrong word, but like the tools to do like a full-length, like proper big time record.
Right.
But what I've noticed is I've had friends. I've actually been in a couple projects where all they do is drop EPs, and they're like, "Why aren't we fucking taking off?" And it's because essentially labels and I think listeners, they don't take you seriously unless you do an album.
Yeah,
So
I mean, there's a lot.
I think that there's a thing with EPs are great for discovery.
There you go.
But to grow an audience and for them to like take you seriously, you kind of need to do the record. Just drop like the 10 song thing. I think people take it more seriously.
I feel like it's a little bit like
and it kind of lets. It's like what?
It's a little bit like sex, where you can kind of. I mean, if you know how to market in that way, then it's more like teasing, with the whole like single, and then like they'll want the actual dick later, but for now I guess like the singles can
penetration is the album. The album
yeah, well the singles is the very tip of it, but like once they really are nice and wet for you and you hit them with a fucking full album, the full size dick dong, then they're like, oh shit, this is sick. So I mean, you can market it in various ways. A lot of people do singles. A lot of artists are mainly focusing on singles nowadays. Or I don't think full albums are really a thing. I think people really like the concept.
I love this this analogy is hilarious. This is obviously just 2 straight dudes talking.
Yeah, sure. it doesn't matter. But I think
the EP's the tip, album's the dick.
I mean, you got to look at it that way. But
now we're fucking.
Now we're fucking. But I think a lot of people like the concept of an album, and the whole process that goes with it. Like, I'm gonna purchase this album, and if it's on vinyl, then I guess nowadays is very popular, or like a very hip thing to do. It's coming back, where like people want to purchase the actual album, have a physical copy at home. I think most people.
Yeah, I feel like vinyls are kind of like souvenirs of like a show. Like you go to a show, if you really like it. Mm-hmm. I've done that a couple times where I go to the show and then I'm like, holy shit. And they're like, yeah, it's our first time ever touring America. And I'm like, dude, give me that fucking limited edition baby blue vinyl piece of shit. And I get that one, and then later on they come out with like oh, by the way, this one's like the fancy, like heavy 180 grams of wax. Like, okay, thanks. I got mine. It was baby blue at your first ever headliner at a 150 person show. Bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? That's like the vinyl is the it's like collector's item.
Yeah, and a much lower.
What I like seeing is some people are doing tapes for singles.
They're doing what? Sorry.
Cassette tapes.
Oh, cassettes. Yeah,
I cassette tapes. Yeah. Oh, what was the other one? It's
USB?
like vinyl, but it's like it's a floppy disk. Or it's not a floppy disk. It's like a. It's not called. It's kind of called a floppy disk, but it's not called a floppy disk. It's called a.
Those floppy disks, bro. Fucking elementary school flashbacks.
No, I know. It's not a floppy disk. It's called a. It's like vinyl, but it's something that was supposed to go in magazines.
Oh.
And yeah, I had a buddy that had a couple made, and it was like you could only play it like 4 times, but it was like a vinyl. You'd have to put it on your record player, and it was like it was like this, like it was bendy. It might have been called like a flex disc or something.
Interesting.
I had a couple friends that had a couple of those, and they're kind of cool because you have the wax on top, but underneath it's just paper and it's see-through. So it was literally like a square, and the square was the album art, and you just slap it on. You just slap it on the thing.
What? That sounds interesting. It's like but it's not very durable, like, right? Like, it's not.
No, yeah, they would you'd only get to play them like 3 or 4 times. But I think my friend went through this Tokyo company to where they made it like with some hard wax.
Oh shit!
It's kind of cool.
That is very cool.
But they only made a couple.
I've seen a lot of people.
Like, those are collectors.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people or bands, or like the Voids from, like, you know, the Julian extension of the Strokes. They released a lot of their material on lighters / USB sticks, where like the lighter was the USB that held the music, and then you could use the whole, like, you know, you could use the lighter, but it also had the I guess the digital copy of the album. Well, that was cool. I don't know.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about your titles, your song titles. I found them very, very interesting.
Oh yeah, it's a fun one.
So in 2020, you released 2 songs under the names of Tiger King and Cowboy Kanye. Very iconic names, especially the Tiger King. I think Kanye has always been controversial, iconic, and overall a very, you know, well-known hip hop artist.
Yeah, I mean,
but with Tiger King,
the
like
Cowboy Kanye thing, it was actually really weird the way that one came about. Is that I was making demos by myself, and originally what I wanted to go for was something a little bit more King Cruel, so kind of like jazzy and dark tones, like King Cruel does Nick Cave, and then a little bit of electronic stuff as well. And and when I was making it by myself. And eventually I went to a place and I met up with my roommate, who I kind of co-write with, and he was meeting his producer for a different project. And I was showing his producer, and that guy at dinner was like, dude, this sounds like some fucking weird ass like Cowboy Kanye. Like, it's got the Kanye West thing, but it's got like this Western kick on it. It's cool, man. I like it, but it's unique. I don't know how to describe it.
Mhm.
And we all kind of had this, after he said that, we all were like, Cowboy Kanye, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. And he's like, yeah, that's like not a bad name for a song, huh? I was like, yeah. And apparently the restaurant we were at was like a block away from his house and studio. He was like, why don't we go do a punk song? I haven't done a punk song in a minute. I was like, I mean, I guess. We just had like 4 margaritas. So I was pretty toasty. I was like, oh, fuck it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
We get up there, we knock out Cowboy Kanye in like an hour, 2 hours.
Wow.
At like, I mean, it was late and he's got neighbors. So he was like, keep it down. And when he was like, keep it down, I was like, I'm the Cowboy Kanye. It's like, and I got that fucking. So I was kind of
really?
shooting for that demon voice from the get go, but I was trying to be like extra quiet to like
Interesting.
be nice to the neighbors.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's like a good backstory there. Like, I'm the cowboy.
Actually, I think we went there because my friend Lucia was in town. She's like the Scottish girl, and she's got an awesome band. But I think she was trying to get dinner with like a manager. I'm not quite sure. Can't quite remember.
I like your hair, bro. It's looking really fucking nice. What do you use, like spray?
I switched out my conditioner and all that, and I'm cutting my own hair now. I don't know if you can see, but this is all just like me. I'm cutting all this.
Oh yeah. You got like a mullet almost.
I've got the mullet thing going on, but
Yeah.
actually, before like the fucking Hannah Montana made it popular again, me and my friends one time, and this is back in like 2000. I think it was 2018. Yes, it was 2018. It's me and my previous lover. That was when we started. Okay, but they used to have parties at their house, and they would dude. This is the weirdest party concept, but so dope. I highly recommend if anyone's listening to do this concept for a party. But what they did was they invited a hairstylist to come to the party and just set up shop, because the hairstylist was like, I want like musicians and artists and blah 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 to like be walking around with my haircut.
Wow.
And she would literally like screenshot your Instagram post or whatever and be like, this is Charlie XCX walking around New York City with my haircut. I cut her hair, blah blah blah. And so they got this girl to like come and fucking and set up shop in the middle of a party, and she would cut people's hair for probably like $20 or something. It's so funny, like everyone taking their turn sitting down in the chair, and everyone was getting mullets. 2018 was like 2 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
I remember I asked for 1 or 3 years ago now. How time flies. I remember asking her for one. She didn't give me shit. She gave me like the worst mullet ever.
Oh no.
I looked like it was like 280s. My hair was like curly as shit. And she made it all like big in the back. Like I had like an afro back here. I didn't really want. And so now that quarantine's going down, like I keep hitting up my hairstylist, like, hey, can I come get a cut just at your house or whatever, try to be like a little sneaky, wear the mask,
right,
get the cut.
Yeah.
And it's been really tough trying to communicate with her. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm taking matters into my own hands.
Yeah.
I'm cutting my own goddamn hair.
You're going to come out of this pandemic a professional. You're not going to be haircuts anymore.
Yeah, everyone's doing the mullet thing right now. I'm like, honestly, it's the easiest thing to do with fucking it up the least. Because I feel like I'm going to go see my hairstylist. She's going to be like, what the fuck happened to you? I'd be like, it's me. I happened to me.
I happen to be.
I started cutting my own shit. I feel like a fucking toddler doing it.
That's crazy. Speaking of party or concept for parties, I was an Uber driver for the longest time in the Bay Area, and
Mm-hmm.
I picked up this girl with a water tank and goldfish at Petco, and then anyway, she was like, "Hey, can I put these fish in the trunk along with the water tank?" I'm like, "Sure," and I
In
picked
the
her up.
trunk?
What's that?
Did she put an aquarium in your trunk?
Yeah. But like the goldfish were backed up, like sealed up, like
Oh, they were in a bag.
yeah, another
Oh,
bag. And then
I thought you just put like a fucking open container of water in your trunk. No fucking lid.
Yeah,
Goldfish.
that would have been crazy. But anyway, she got yeah, the water or the aquarium, the water tank was empty, but anyway, she got inside the car and we started kind of chopping it up, talking, and I picked her up in Mountain View, and we were making our way to Stanford University in Palo Alto, and then
That's not too far.
yeah, it's not too far. And on the way there, I
Like 15, 20 minutes.
yeah, oh yeah, roughly, yeah, like
The
15.
fucking fish escaped. 15, 20-minute drive.
No,
And
no, no,
you
no.
fucking killed a goldfish, didn't you?
No. My driving is not that bad, but it's a concept for a party. It's fucking wild. So I guess what she was doing that night, she's like, "Hey, I have a party. Come over," and I did. But the concept was, we'll dip these goldfish in shots, and we're gonna be playing these games. Whoever doesn't like, whoever loses the drinking game, gets to drink the shot with the goldfish inside.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up.
That is completely fucked. I was like, oh, like I was like,
It's kind of cool. It'd be
it's
cool if
kind
it
of
was like a
cool. It's
scorpion or some shit, you know?
like
Like remember there's a James Bond scene where he's like taking a shot, but there's a scorpion like on his hand and you have to take it without the scorpion getting him.
yeah, but that's badass. But like you're actually imagine the little goldfish, man, like drowning in vodka and like you're fucking taking a shot. I think that's just like, I mean, you could not
That's what
do
I'm
it.
saying. It's inhumane. The scorpion
Literally,
lives.
that's completely.
Goldfish dies in your stomach acid. That's fucked up.
Yeah, live too, and it's like it's gross. Fuck, I don't know, but like, and it came as like a big surprise to me because like Stanford, they're like big on like I don't know, being really progressive. They're
Yeah,
like
they're like politically correct at Stanford.
they're like vegan. Let's care for the earth, or whatever, global warming. Not saying that it's not true or anything. I'm just saying like that.
I mean,
I
I know a
wasn't
bunch of
expecting.
vegans that are assholes.
True. I wasn't expecting that from like a Stanford like I don't know, graduate or whatever.
Yeah,
They
Stanford,
party
right?
hard,
Like
man.
when we were growing up, that was like the college, like
Oh yeah,
that was like the Harvard of the West Coast.
yeah, straight up.
Stanford, man. It's
Yeah.
like you get into Stanford, you're top dog. You're like
Yeah.
your brain has a massive cock brain.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that shit was wild. I never heard of that. And then we
That's fucked up. I remember I saw Steve do that one time on Jackass, but then he puked it back up.
wait, what did
That
he?
was more fucked up. He swallowed a goldfish
Oh
and
shit!
then he puked it back up into a goldfish bowl.
Oh my god!
Oh God, it's gonna make me sick. But he puked it back up into a goldfish bowl, and it was like swimming around. Oh, I'm gonna puke
Is
in
it
his throw up.
is it David Blaine who like swallows a bunch of little frogs and then kind of keeps them in its upper endoscopy area and just kind of drinks a bunch of water?
Endoscopy area. What
I
do
don't
you
know,
mean
like
that?
the top of the stomach area. Like it doesn't start the digestion process because he fills up his stomach with a bunch of water. So he prepares this magic trick by filling his stomach with a lot of water, but then he swallows a bunch of little frogs, and then they kind of rest on top of like I don't know if there's like an air bubble of some sort on in its upper stomach, but then they just kind of chill there until he's ready to kind of puke them out. So what he does is he just keeps drinking water, and out of nowhere he just pukes out these little frogs that have been in his stomach for God knows how long. But
That doesn't even sound like a magic trick, dude. That just sounds like a weird kid like the back of the class in like elementary school, and he's like, "You want to see something cool?" And
Probably
it's like
very
this thing
happy.
that he's been doing that no one told him to do. No one asked him to do it. He
Look,
was
look,
just like,
he could
"Yeah,
do.
check this out. I've been working on this thing. I've never done it, and I literally only get one shot at doing it, and you're gonna get to see it. Here it goes."
Well,
Frogs everywhere. Like, why?
he could be like spitting out frogs or like bringing guns to school if he was that quiet kid from in the back of the classroom. So hey,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I vote for
I prefer the frog kid.
speaking out frogs.
Go Team Froggy.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Fuck. I don't know. How's LA? How are you guys doing over there? Like, the law has just been lifted, I guess. Now there's like public outdoor seating.
The California ban is
What's your policy down there?
lifted.
So yeah, you're on the same
Well,
in the same thing.
I see the restaurants are open. I see people sitting down outside, but I personally, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Why not?
But because I want to be safe, and I just feel like an asshole getting shit from like waiters and waitresses that are all like decked out.
Mm,
You know,
yeah.
they've got the this one, and they've got the fucking shield,
Sure. Yeah.
and they've got gloves. I'm like, dude, if you need all that, like maybe I just should go home. But there is this bar at the end of my street that they have really good cocktails, and the chances of me one of these nights eventually, probably by like the end of this week, slipping over there, sitting down and having a cocktail, pretty high, honestly. I miss it. I
Sure, why not?
make shitty drinks. I make shitty drinks. Actually, I don't make drinks. I just buy beer or wine, or I'm taking shots. That's how I drink at home, and it sucks.
Mm-hmm. It's cheaper.
It's cheaper and it's better for all the employees and everything. But like, I should probably I need to like buy like a shaker on Amazon. Can't be more than like $20
No.
and like some ingredients.
I think
But
so.
we're just like bad with keeping like liquor in the house because that shit just flies. It's gone.
Wait, where are you at right now? Is that the same house that like I stayed like a while back?
Hey, I don't think you got to see in my room actually, but same crib, same crib. You came over and you hung out with my roommate Derek, right?
Yeah. No, I definitely slept in your room.
Oh, you slept in this room.
I think so. Yeah. We were pretty drunk.
Yeah, probably. I was out of town. I was out of
Yeah.
town that day, so you probably
Yeah.
did sleep in here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I brought like a bunch of like IPAs and like Derek and I we talked for like hours. And
Sounds like Derek, man. I was talking to him last night.
oh,
He's moved out.
he's in Denver,
But,
right?
yeah. He's starting a punk. He's got one going. He kind of started it here, honestly, and I produced it.
He's cool. He's a cool dude, man.
He's extremely
In a
talented.
band. He has like the whole like look.
Oh, his look is something entirely. I don't know what his thing is, man. He looks like he fucking reads wizard books. It's fucking sick. He's crazy, man. Anytime I talk to him, I feel like I understand more about myself. He's genuinely like one of my he's like a therapist, kind of.
Honestly, that kind of like that was the vibe that I got from him because he's like, sit down, let's drink. And I was like, oh, like we're gonna talk. Like I just got the vibe. I was like, we're gonna talk. Okay.
No, like that exact phrase. He'll be like, why don't you have a seat?
Yeah.
Would you like some wine? Like that's exactly what it is. And he's like, tell me.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, straight up. He's like, no, that's pretty much what happened.
Welcoming.
That's pretty much what happened then. He's like, so how did you end up here? Like, how do you know Ian? And it was just like a spill of information about my past and how we got to, how you and I like got to be like, that cool, I guess. And like fucking, I was like, we went to school together, and it just happened to be like this whole like, let's talk about my life thing. But I felt very comfortable with like, sharing all these like very in-depth like details about my life to this fucking brand new person that I just met like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, and he kind of like grabs on to like the little ones too. He'll be like, oh, so Oh, that's funny. Like how in second grade
Mm-hmm.
said you like frogs a lot, and now you're fixated on David Blaine puking up frogs. That's cool. You ever thought about that? Like, the fuck? No, I haven't.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like he learned more about me than I did about him that night.
Probably. He's much more a listener. But okay, Derek is one of the reasons that I got into confidently writing lyrics. That was the hardest part about making music for me, was lyrics. But Derek did this thing when I first met him, long time ago. Not that long, but actually pretty long. 2011, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And he got into poetry, and he would just like write a little 2-liner poem a day. He would do one a day, right? And he would post them on Tumblr, and he blew the fuck up, dude. He had like 100,000 followers on Tumblr.
Wow.
And who the fuck from poetry? But he got smart with it, and he started writing, because he would do 2 of them a day, like two-liners, right? And then say like he does a poem like about a camera. Sorry, I'm just busting this out right here because it was just sitting next to my hand. He does a poem about a camera. He would do something of like, crack this open, and then on the film, that's where he would write the poem, or like write a poem about cigarettes and then write it on a pack of cigarettes. You know,
okay.
You start like pairing the poem to the imagery of how that was like being said, basically.
What are those like 1-liner, 2-liners? Are those haikus or whatever? You know, like
no, those are 3-liners. A haiku's a 3-liner.
3-liners.
I mean, maybe there's but the haikus are all syllable based. It's like you need to have I think it's 5. There's a couple different ways you can do it. There's like 5-7-3, 5-7-5.
But that variation.
I think there's a couple. There's a handful. Those are the 2 most popular.
Gotcha. What's the format
syllables?
In? What is that? Is there like a format to it? Like,
it's syllables, yeah. So the first line has to be 5 syllables. Second line.
I mean the format that Derek was writing them in. Like you said, 1-liner, 2-liner thing.
Oh no, he was just making like.
That's just like his own style. Like
she was the smoke, I was the ash.
And that would be.
And every time I just wish to get in that ass. Like that.
Is that an actual poem by him?
No, that was by me.
That's
you
great.
Can get that tattooed on you.
I don't know about tattoo. But it's a pretty good one.
I probably don't get that tattooed on me. Honestly, bleep that whole poem out.
Nah, we're keeping everything. Any new tattoos? Speaking of tattoos, any new tattoos? Any new art?
Anything new
on your body?
Oh, you know what? I think. Wait. I got a really bad one right before quarantine started.
Is it on your butt cheek?
It's right there.
That's what is this?
I know it's really bad. Can you read it?
Oh, it's also backwards, so it's flipped the other way. So
it's backwards.
It's
okay.
a sign, right?
ARM. It's arm.
Arm. Oh my.
I got it to like prove to one of my friends. They were like so scared. They're like, I don't want to get a sticky poke. It's gonna hurt so much. I was like, doesn't even hurt that bad. Fine. You'll be fine.
Wait. I'm sorry.
And then my friend was like,
stick and poke?
Oh yeah, that was like a shitty drunk bullshit thing.
But that was stick and poke or what?
Yeah. I mean, I got my mom's name back here that same night, but that one's done really shitty, which I kind of thought she would appreciate, but like the fact that it was so like DIY and shitty, I like kind of thought that she would be like, oh, that's cute. Like you really got that like in the moment. Like, yeah, artistry, crazy, blah, blah, blah. I mean, she saw it. She was like, wow, that looks like shit.
Yeah, at least she's honest.
I thought you would kind of like it, but it does look like shit.
That's beautiful.
And
I
then
feel
I was gonna get my grandmother's name next to hers, like in like fucking a nice, like,
cursive.
yeah. But now I would feel bad if like my mom looks like it was done by like a 2-year-old, and then her mom's name is like pristine and pretty fancy.
Oh yeah.
But I've been like wanting to get more, like a lot recently, but I just don't. I want to get like dumb stuff. I don't want to get any. Like I want to get another one of these, right? Which actually that's worth the money. But even then, like
No, that
for
is
this one,
yeah.
I paid $100.
That's not
What
bad.
my friends would charge me now, they would charge me like $200
Yeah,
to
no,
get
yeah.
another one of those.
You got that in the Bay though, right?
Like, dude, it's just lines. The fuck?
It's just lines, bro. But you got that in the
So
Bay, right?
fucking $200 about that. Come on, I'll pay you $150, especially if you're a homie.
You got
That
that
dude just charged me $100.
You got that tattoo in the Bay, right?
No, I got that one in Orange County. It was my first one.
The line one?
Yeah, because like my parents dropped me off at
I feel like you had that
whatever
in
the
high
fuck
school.
No, I didn't get that. I didn't have any tattoos in high school.
You didn't? Oh fuck. Maybe I'm remembering high school wrong.
I wish. I was born. My 18th birthday was a week or two after we graduated, and I'm a very like
By the book.
by the book kid. Technically speaking, not entirely true, but I like
You kind of
when
are.
it came to like
You never okay, let me tell you why you're a fucking stray kid, by the book kid. You had the chance to fucking ditch so many times during jazz class, and you were always there sight reading for Mr. Howard. Not that that's a bad
dude, come
thing.
on.
That was the most
I
easy
would never
class to ditch.
I would never ditch that class, man.
You're like, you love Mr. Howard that much? No, he's a great guy. But
You know that like I did a musical for him outside of school.
I think you did.
Like,
I think you told me that.
Completely detached. It was me and Eddie.
Yeah, you're right.
Eddie was on
Yeah.
drums. Eddie is our buddy who plays drums, and I was with Eddie in that fucking jazz class for 3 to 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know until like 4 years after I graduated that he had fucking 11 toes.
Oh shit!
He would always take his. Oh, am I not supposed to?
How do you know this? How do you know this? No, because that's like I saw it and I just kept it a secret for the longest time. But how do you know this?
Oh, because dude, like
You're definitely bleeping this shit out. I was gonna.
Oh, really?
No. He won't listen.
I'm telling the whole story right now.
Please.
But every day in his jazz class, Eddie would take his shoes off, but never his socks. And he would always play drums. Like you'd look down at the hi-hat and the kick pedal, and it was him with fucking socks on. And I'm like, that's weird, bro. Why you always gotta wear socks? Like if you're gonna take off your shoes, just take off your socks. Like
no.
It looks gross just wearing socks. I'm like if I'm taking off my shoes, I'm taking off my socks. I'm like,
you're that guy.
Hell.
You're that fucking Parker guy.
I'm fucking Quentin Tarantino over here, okay? Hey, if I'm taking off my shoes, taking off my socks, give me them toes. But he never did. And then it even got to a point where the choir and band, whatever the fuck, we would go to the Santa Cruz boardwalk for like the end of the year. There was some like, I don't know, maybe we played or something. I honestly can't remember.
Like a field trip.
But we ended up at the fucking the spot out at the fucking out at the boardwalk, and this motherfucker is walking on the beach with his fucking socks on. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? That is like the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
1 sec.
And then it fades to the back of my head.
Keep going.
All right, I'm gonna keep going. So anyway, this memory like fades to the back of my head, and then fucking like 4 years after we graduate, I haven't seen Eddie in forever. Miguel, you still with me?
Yes,
Motherfucker is gone.
I'm still listening.
We go to some. What was that?
I said I'm still listening.
Okay. We go to some bar downtown, wherever the fuck, back home, and he just like willingly like tells everyone. He's like, yeah, man, like I was like, what was your thing with he was like, oh no, he just dropped it. He was like, dude, I have 11 toes. I have an extra toe. I was like, the fuck? No, you don't. What are you talking about? I've seen your feet. He's like, no, you haven't. I was like, yeah, I have. Every day in fucking jazz class, you took your shoes off, you fucking weirdo. I remember that. It was fucking weird. He's like, you never saw my feet. You never saw my feet. All you saw were my socks. And I was like, holy shit, you wore socks on the beach, you fucking weirdo. And he pulled it out. He showed me his 11th toe. And honestly, if you looked at his hands like this, you wouldn't tell. Like if this is his foot, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But then he like pulls his pinky out like this. There it is. It's so weird.
Wait, dude,
It's like fucking.
I feel like we were there at the same time. Was this at Paul and Harvey's?
I think so, dude. Yeah, it was at like Fibber McGee's or something.
Yeah. I think it was that night that I found out too. I think we were probably with Dylan or something.
Yeah, definitely with Dylan.
Yeah.
But he even said that the doctors like cut it off when he was a baby. It grew back.
Fucking reptile. Fucking lizard.
Everyone that I've told down here in LA about that story, they're like, we need to study that man. Like,
no, yeah,
how
no.
did he grow it back?
That's exactly what I was just thinking now. Like we could we could definitely
we could like solve like amputations, man.
There you go. Yeah, like study his blood for like replicating fucking cells.
I get worried I'm gonna lose like some of these things.
That's
honestly, these two don't need them. Bye. I'll be okay.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. It's flipped. So I'm like, wait, no, you need those. But you're right. The right hand, nah, you don't.
I have one friend who plays guitar left-handed, and every time he takes a selfie video, I'm like, wow, Luke's playing great. And then I'm like, wait, you're left-handed.
Yeah.
So like in reality, he's actually playing like this.
Yeah.
But like that to you looks normal.
Right.
He should be playing like this.
Uh-huh. Oh man, let's talk about some Twin Shadow. How did you get in cahoots with this fool?
Twin Shadow. That's actually a really weird one. That's an interesting one. I had a couple friends tell me, well, they found out I played bass, right? And I was like, I was a professional. Like I tour for people. They're like, do you have a gig right now? I'm like, no. Please, if you know anyone, give them my name. I had 3 different people come up to me and be like, Twin Shadow's looking for a bassist. I'm gonna give them your name. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
I had one of those people tell me like 3 times that they talked to him about me. I was like, oh, so he's gonna hit me up. Cool. Like I'm on the radar. Maybe he's thinking about it. And then the next, I think one of the last times I talked to that person, they were like, he said he's gonna text you. He said he's gonna do this. He said he's gonna do that. Like you're all squared away. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I go on Instagram. I look at what he's posting. He's posted like a couple videos of himself like playing bass. So I like one of them. I'm like, dude, you're a good bass player.
Yeah.
And somehow he's fucking like singled me out because it was an old post. Like it was way in the dark ages. It was back. It was like a year-old post that I like. Anyway, he DMs me. He's like, hey man, I'm looking for a bass player. Would you be interested in like trying out a thing or whatever? And I was like, yeah, sure. He's like, let me know whatever time. and then he texted me at like 11 o'clock at night, and I was at a bar. He was like, "Can you learn this song and come in tomorrow at like 10?" I was like, "Sure, probably. How hard can it be?" He sends me this fucking song that has a bass line that doesn't even. It was fucked. I mean, it was easy. It was like once you get it, you get it. But in my head, I was like, I want to show up, fucking play it perfect. And he sent me this weird ass song that, like, the intro, the phrasing of it is like there's a I don't even know how to describe it. It's called Shooting Holes.
I got you. It's like different rhythmic patterns of like bass and
The whole thing was
measure.
a bass line. The whole song is like this bass line of boom, ticka, boom, ticka, ticka. Wait, how's it? Anyway, the intro is different than the actual riff. The intro has one section that happens one time extra than the actual riff in the verse does.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, learning it, I was like, once I got the intro, I was like, oh, so this just repeats throughout the verse. And then I had to listen to it. I was like, wait, no, it drops like 2 measures out of this riff.
Mm-hmm.
And the fucking guy gave me like 12 hours to figure it out. And so I show up the next day and I'm like, dude, I thought it was gonna be easy. Like, what the fuck? Like, the hardest part of the whole thing wasn't getting the notes and like figuring out what are you playing. It was figuring out the phrasing of everything. Like, he's got this weird like extra 2 measures on the fucking intro, but not in the verse.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck does shit like that? What kind of sick, fucked up game is that?
Yeah.
Anyway, so and then I get there and I'm all stressed, like trying to play it perfectly. And he's like, "Hey man, like, why don't you just groove on it? Like, can you play with pick?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is me playing it with pick." He's like, "Can you play with fingers?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "Can you slap it?" And I was like, "It's not gonna sound that great, but yeah." And he was like, "Oh, so you can do everything?" I was like, "No, but kind of. I mean, yeah, I can do the things I'm good at. Like, obviously, I'm better with a pick and with fingers."
Mm.
But yeah, no, that was a weird one. And then he was like, "Yeah, man, you just liked one of my photos, and I thought I'd reach out." I was like, "The fuck?
That's so
I
dope.
I had 3 people tell you to hire me." He's like, "They never talked to me, man." They set me up to fucking just do this on my own without any, like, there's no buffer.
You're like, I could have liked your picture long ass time ago. This could have happened a long time ago. Yeah, man. I love Twin Shadow.
For real.
He's a real fucking unique specimen of a human being.
He's really awesome, man. I mean, just the
like,
fact that he dated Zoe Kravitz puts me at the top of my list of people I've ever worked with.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
right at the top.
Lucky
He's the
fuck.
smoothest motherfucker I've probably ever worked for.
Did he ever meet her dad?
Her? No.
Her dad.
Wait, who?
Wait, did he ever meet like her dad? Like the Kravitz dude. What's his name? Levy Kravitz?
Lenny?
Lenny.
Probably. They dated for a while. I mean, I don't claim to know the man's whole story. It's fucking Twin Shadow.
Right. Was it okay? Cool. I'm very interested in this. Like when you guys when you guys were like meet up for practice and everything, was it like a homie to homie thing, or did he keep it very professional with you? We're like, we're not gonna get too close, bro, but just close enough where we can have a good relationship or chemistry on stage.
He was pretty homey. He was pretty strong on the he's someone I really like working for because he immediately kind of made it feel like family. But also, like, the band is me, him, and Win, who is the keys player, who's been playing keys and producing him since he moved to LA, which was like almost 10 years ago, maybe.
Where's he from? Where's Twin Shadow from? Is he Jamaican? Ethiopian?
No. I think no, he just bought a house out there. Is he in the Dominican Republic? I don't think so. He bought it. He owns a house where he's from. He like lives. He's like neighbors with his grandfather or something.
He looks like
Or
he
at
could
least I
be
thought he
anywhere
was.
though. He looks like he could be anywhere, like Puerto Rican, maybe some Mexican, some black,
Might be Puerto Rican.
Jewish, maybe even. Like he looks like it's a complex ethnicity look he has, but
This is literally just a Google search away.
it really is.
Like you can have me like you can keep throwing races at me. I'll be like, fuck if I know, dude. Like if you ask him like what is he,
Alien?
he's gonna say white.
Most likely an alien.
I'm fucking white.
Is any wild stories with him? Like, did you guys ever get like fucking shit faced and did some dumb shit?
Dude, I've played 2 shows with the guy. Like honestly, it's not really my gig. Yeah.
Oh shit! What happened? Like, did what happened? Like, how come
He just doesn't play shows. He fucking unless he drops the album, he'll do a tour then. But I picked it up. I picked up the gig, and then he had like a festival in Cincinnati, and so we played that. And then after that, I didn't hear from him for like a while. And then we played some like weird like hotel party in in Beverly Hills. You still got me?
Yeah, I still got you. Are you wearing your earbuds or whatever the fuck AirPods?
Yeah.
No, those are cool. I'm getting a good sound from you, so yeah, don't lose them. Still got you though.
We played some like weird party in fucking Beverly Hills.
Nice. That was it.
Like that was it. I mean, I got trashed on the Beverly Hills night.
You know what's like the most memorable memory I've had from living in LA with you was that one time that the Hares fucking their dad like gave us like a shot of his most fine whiskey, or he went. Do you remember that night? I feel like it was kind of like a blur for maybe.
Oh, dude, I took you to the Airs spot. Yeah.
Yeah, the Airs. Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, we were hanging out with Ken. He loves doing that to people that are like from out of town.
Oh my God, Ken
was like, why don't you come out here and check out the Ferrari? Everyone's like, what?
Yeah, dude, that shit was crazy. But before the Ferrari, he's like, "Yo, you guys wanna drink?" And like he took us his like liquor cabinet, and he's like, "This is like a really."
Yeah, he takes you
what he said,
special.
Yeah, he was like he kind of was like hyping it up, like it's a very like fine whatever it was, whiskey or rum, whatever the fuck it was. I don't remember. I was drunk.
He gave us tequila for sure.
Was it tequila?
Ken Hudson, he's giving us tequila.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you're right. And we had some of that, and I was like, "Oh, this is fucking like this is dope. You have a fucking huge mansion, my dude." And he's like, "You guys want to go check out the Ferrari?" Yeah.
In my head, every time I like bring someone from out of town over the Hudsons, I'm like, Ken's gonna bust out the Ferrari and like hop in it and just like rev the shit out of it.
Rev that shit, dude. That's so crazy.
I've seen him do it, and like he has these 2 young girls. I mean, granted, this is when they were way younger, because now they're like 12 or fucking 14 or something. They're like old. Like when you hit 14, you're like, I'm in puberty now. I'm an adult. But like when they were like 6 or 7, he would do that. He would get in the car and like rev his engine, and they would start crying. They'd be like, "Dad, stop! It's too loud!" And he's like, "Yeah, baby."
Yeah, 12 fucking pistons firing, man. That's crazy. That's wild. Yeah, I remember like Snapchatting that.
He's an animal. They're a good time though. The Airs, I like.
Yeah, no.
Now they're between friends, but
they're really cool. Where was their place at? Like, what region of LA was that? Was that like outside of LA? I remember.
It's deep in the valley. It's like the very edge of like Los Angeles County, but they're out in a place called Chatsworth, a very wealthy neighborhood. It's actually right across the street from where Charles Manson had his whole commune out there.
Really?
Like directly across the street. You know how we had to drive past a church to get to their place? Probably don't remember. But there's a church right there because they planted a church like across the street to like cleanse the land. Like all the Christians were like, Charles Manson has ruined this property. We're gonna go plant a church there and make it holy again.
Oh wow. No, yeah, I remember just
It's where they filmed The Purge and all that. Like that wealthy community. It's where they filmed
really
the first Purge. All those like rich neighborhood things. Yeah.
shit.
There's a couple movies filmed in there. And they got a handful of like famous neighbors. I can't remember who. But their neighborhood before that, they lived in the Calabasas, like Kardashian Jenner thing.
Yeah, I was wondering if that's where
Justin Bieber got kicked out of it.
Wait, what?
Justin Bieber got kicked out of their old neighborhood in Calabasas.
Why is that?
For like, I don't know, being Justin Bieber probably just
Partying
fucking
hard?
trying to do race cars and shit. I don't know. Smoking weed on a hoverboard. Who cares?
Smoking weed on a hoverboard. Oh, that sounds like a good time.
Shit, man, that's something I would do. Like, goddamn, I'm Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
If I want to go for a stroll on my hoverboard and smoke a joint, I'm Justin Bieber.
I can
be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
In the solace of my neighborhood.
Yeah, that's like not
Apparently
even.
Not.
That's not even in the realm of like being destructive or disrupt. I don't know, being crazy and shit. That sounds like a. That sounds like a fucking like a daily thing. Like, let me hop on this shit and smoke a joint.
I think it just has like a bunch of like rich assholes live in that neighborhood. No offense to the people that live there, but you know how like wealthy people are, where they just fucking complain about shit. It's like, you don't have to complain about that. It's like, Justin Bieber is smoking marijuana when he's walking down our sidewalk. It's like, dude, who cares? Like, he's walking, he's moving, which means he's gonna be gone if you give him like a minute. And you won't smell it. And there's wind.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to think that there's even that sort of conflict between like rich people.
That's what it comes down to, because they have nothing else to complain about.
Right. They're like, oh, he's doing it.
Like, you have left to complain about is like,
Because in my head, I'm thinking like, oh shit, Justin Bieber lives right next to me. That fucker can do whatever the fuck he wants. It's not like he's gonna like, I don't know, like destroy my property or anything. Like, worst he can do is just throw a big ass party, but that's like should be normal for him.
Maybe seduce your daughter and accidentally get her pregnant.
Yeah, that too.
It's like the worst thing I could think of.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, but that night was.
That wouldn't be too bad though, getting into that family via that way, but it would kind of suck for your daughter.
It would definitely.
But she would get to have sex with Justin Bieber, so.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy, man. Yeah, but the Airs, that was a good night, man. I remember like Snapchatting a lot of that shit, and then a lot of people asking like, "Yo, where you at?" Because there was like fucking like what, like basketball courts and jacuzzis and fucking.
It's that lifestyle, man. It's that lifestyle.
That shit was crazy, dude.
It's weird how like normalized you come to it, of just like, yeah, you know, I live in this shitty apartment. Like, there's that massive house. They're my friends. Like, it's not a big of a deal. I have like other friends that live at the very top of a hill. That's Los Angeles. It's like
that's LA though.
Yeah, but it's just like everyone like communicates, talks to each other, but everyone's different fucking walks of life. Like, me and my roommates don't necessarily pay rent on time every month.
At the end of the day, we all shit. We all do crazy shit. We all poop. We all wipe our asses. We all eat. But the money, that's the difference.
I think everyone's journey is their own thing, and like, yeah, I don't know.
No, yeah.
I'd like to think that because I'm out here like struggling, putting in work.
Are you struggling?
The payoff is going to be there. Oh yeah, dude. Are you serious? Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay. So for the people that don't know, you're a musician based in LA. Uh, how has the pandemic and the shutdown, the whole bullshit affected you? Like a work wise, like fuck no, you're not playing anywhere. So you don't have like income from like shows per se, right?
No,
If you don't
I've
mind,
had.
if you don't mind me
I'm on.
asking, how do you get like money for rent and other essentials or whatever?
I've been on unemployment since fucking March of last year.
Right. Yeah.
Because I got a job doing front of house at my old school.
Front of house. What do you mean?
And it paid pretty well. I mean, I've been looking for another job, but like fucking everything's been like open and closed, and open and closed.
Right.
So I mean, right now I'm kind of honestly privileged asshole who's kind of on the good graces of his parents and doing some postmating and shit on the side, you know.
Really? You've
But
been delivering food and shit?
mm,
Oh shit! How's that? How's that going?
I'm on that postmate hustle. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of fun.
It is fun.
I like learning. I'm really good with like streets and directions and like all that shit. So I like having Postmates take me to parts of the city that I don't go to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, now I know this side of town.
Right.
Like one time I had some girl, I had this one girl fucking order Thai food from like the center of Hollywood. I had to take it all the way to fucking Beverly Hills. It's like, dude, Beverly Hills, isn't there like Thai food like closer to you? Why are you getting this place?
Was like
And I'm
40
like,
minutes away.
is it good? Dude, it was like a 40-minute drive because there's no freeways to like get there.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to take back streets the whole way. I was on like every I had a stoplight every fucking, 100, 300 feet, some shit like that.
Right. I think that's like a lot of the misconception about LA. Like people see it in a map. It's like, oh, it's only like 10 lights away. Yeah, those 10 lights can like be a fucking hour, bro. The traffic.
No, I'm not even fucking 10 lights. It can be, I mean, well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I
10
remember
lights
like
can be
driving
an
on
hour.
Hawthorne Drive, and it was like, oh, I'm gonna go get some pizza or whatever. Like, dude, it took me 30 minutes to get here. What the fuck? Like in the map, it didn't look that. Yeah,
Hawthorne. You back when I was living fucking southern baby.
yeah, dude, Hawthorne, man. Dude. I can't tell you how many times I got tickets on that street.
Well, you
Countless.
only lived there for 3 weeks, so it must have only been 3 times.
It was like a month,
Yeah. Welcome
but it was like almost every
to
day.
LA.
It was like
Here's
almost
your 3 parking tickets. You can say you're an official Los Angelino, I think, if you get 3 parking or 4 parking tickets, maybe,
I don't go by that.
and
I was
towed once. You have to get towed once.
nah, I never really got towed, but no,
I'm a full-blown Angelino. You know why? Because I've been towed. I think I've been towed a total of 3 times. I have endless parking tickets. I don't have any right now, thank God. But I've been booted like twice. You know how many people get booted in the Bay Area? I can't remember a single person getting booted,
I feel like I
having
only
a boot put on their car.
right. I feel like I only see those things in movies, like in old school movies. That shit still happens.
Dude, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it to me twice.
Hey, dude, did you? Okay, there's like this YouTube video that I saw a long time ago that is probably relevant now, but it's become more relevant than any time. Where like they show you how to take the boot off your wheel. Have you seen that?
Don't do that. Dude, this is my fucking like good Christian boy shit.
It
Don't
was like
do
a
that.
UK video, I think.
It's gonna fuck up your car. It's gonna
Mhm.
fuck up your car.
What
And
happens?
then they're
Okay,
gonna put
how
a
do you get that
warrant
shit
out
off?
for your. How did I get it?
How do you get those things off? Like, do you call someone? Like, do you pay the ticket? Do you have to go to court before like it's removed? Like, how does that shit work?
Um, I think you just. I think what I did is I just paid it online, and then
Like an officer comes and takes it off, or like what's the process? Like,
yeah,
is it days or
yeah,
hours?
it took a day. Like I paid it off, and unfortunately, like I was late to a rehearsal. I couldn't. I didn't get there on time because I walked out and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
It actually was a whole process though, but because of the why. And do you know why they put the boot on it?
Mm.
Because of unpaid parking tickets. It's like a double whammy.
Yeah.
And so I had to go to the DMV, and then I had to go to a parking ticket center. I had to go back to the DMV. The DMV was like, okay, we'll take it off tomorrow morning. I was like, okay, cool. But at this point, I had to like cancel whatever I was trying to go do.
That
It was
sucks.
just fucked.
Yeah. The thing that sucks about LA is like no matter where you are, you gotta go to rehearsal. It's gonna take you like 30 minutes plus.
It sucks. I've had it happen to where I think I was at a rehearsal for someone else, and then I had like a show that night.
Mm-hmm.
And rehearsal went over, which meant I was late for sound check. And I'm stressing about parking because the venue doesn't have a parking lot, of course. Because why would they make it convenient for people who play and bring their own gear to like load gear in? Why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense.
It don't.
So anyway, I was being an asshole, and I was like, I need to go to this stage right now. Like, I'm late. I just throw my hazards on, just like leave it in a fucking red zone. Who gives a shit? And I get in there, and everyone's like, hey, man, like, don't worry, it's chill. We're a little behind also. I'm like, thank God.
Why you were late,
It's
though?
happened so many times. Because I was coming from a fucking different rehearsal.
Lack of booking.
I'm on that double duty shit. I have a rehearsal for one band, then I turn it off, and then I go to a show for someone else.
That's
and
the
I turn
LA
on their
hustle.
music.
That's that LA hustle.
Uh,
Well,
that
was
bustle.
the LA hustle. Now
Damn, I miss it.
now you're out of luck. How bad do you miss it? Like being in front of people and shit. Okay, hold on. Let me tell you this. Sorry, it's like a little side note,
I don't
but
give a shit about the people.
when you played, of course, you need to care a little bit about people. It's the energy that comes into the room. I mean,
Okay, I care a little bit, but I
yeah,
mostly care about playing with other musicians
of course, I love playing
live.
Sure, yeah, no, playing is dope, but it's undeniably like the four, like it's like undeniable, like when like people are there, like something changes. Like it's you might like be aware of it or not, but
Yeah.
like it's yeah, it's completely different. But I was gonna talk about that one time you toured up here in the Bay and you played Rickshaw Stop in San Francisco, and Max and I came out and saw you, dude. That was like that show was fucking fire. And let me tell you this, like I don't really care for the band you were with, to be completely honest. I don't think there's very much in my area of like
it's like super pop. It's like top 40s shit.
But there was like an overwhelming blanket of joy that went over me just to see you touring and doing what you do best, playing bass on that stage and rocking that shit. No, like regardless of.
You know what's actually really funny about that show is like I invited you and Max and I don't know, my dad, but I didn't really tell people that I was doing that, like any of my home friends. And I got on stage and I fucking saw someone that I knew who just like bought a ticket to the show because they liked the headliner.
Oh,
and
wow.
as I was on stage playing, they fucking lock eyes with me. And I'm like, and we both realized, and I'm like, oh shit, I fucking know you. Like as I'm playing bass, and she's standing in the crowd like, yeah. that was a moment where I was like, something I eventually wanted to have happen. Someone would be like, "Wait, you're here now?" Oh,
Right. It's like something unexpected, and like music has allowed you to like encounter people uh that maybe
yeah. I mean,
you
I've
never
even
thought you would see
had
again. She's crazy.
I had an experience, or recently, currently, maybe. My roommate Jackson, me and him played a show together 5 years ago, and then we moved in together 2 years ago. And it wasn't until he was like, you know, we met when you played a show with Sabrina Carpenter in Fresno.
Oh, Sabrina
like,
Carpenter. I remember that.
You were at the Fresno show, dude?
For me? No. Oh, okay. You saw me.
No, not you, but Jackson was. He was in the opening band. He was like he's the front man of the opening band. He was
Oh
like,
wow,
yeah.
that's crazy,
I
bro.
remember because it was their band's first ever show, and they saw us like after they got off stage. They saw us. Our tour manager like convinced the artist to throw in a cover that we were supposed to learn, and I didn't. But uh, but we were supposed to learn. I didn't. So then everyone's backstage like, okay, we're gonna do this cover, and I'm like, what the fuck is this song? I mean, but it was Superstition by Stevie Wonder, but he just saw me pacing around like this with my phone, just like boom, 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 boom.
Hmm.
So he was like, yeah, man, I've met you before. I was like, fucking back then, I was mad.
That's crazy.
Pretty funny though. I don't know. Music is it's the best. It's the best stuff in the world.
Biz. Yeah, man. What are your plans with your solo project? What's the next move?
I'm writing more tunes. I got a bunch of sessions lined up this week for more shit. And then I just want to I want to get something out in March. If it's an EP, sick. If it's a single, that's more likely. So I don't know. Also, chances of me doing a couple videos for Tiger King, Couple Kanye are very high. Me and my creative direction team, which is me and one other guy, we've been working on some shit.
That's up, man. I might be filming a music video in May if you wanna come out to the Bay Area and just look pretty and play bass for me. That'd be great.
Dude, you'd be surprised. I do that all the time. It's
like
actually the only form of music gig that I've had during quarantine is music videos. I've been doing people's music videos all the time.
Yeah.
Like, did I play bass on the song? No, their guitar player did. Do I play bass in their music video? Yes.
I mean, I think I've talked to you about this music video for a fucking long ass time. It hasn't happened yet, but it's gonna happen.
Was it the one in the desert?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Let's get it done.
There's a lot of fucking production involved and budget, so I'm still waiting, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, but I just need everything to line up.
It's not easy. It's not easy because everyone in the desert, they're like, oh, you're going to be filming out here? Well, guess what? Airbnb just went up $800. It's like, dude, chill the fuck out.
What do you mean? Like,
oh, I've had it happen where like we go hit up one of these like shitty hotels or whatever on Sunset.
Yeah.
And while we're sitting, and then suddenly they see someone walk in with a camera and they're like, oh, stop. Are you filming? We're like, yeah. And they're like, well, now it's going to be
Oh, really?
$800 instead of like $50. Like, fuck you, man.
Uh, yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, not cool.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll hit you up when that happens. It's gonna happen though. This year. This year it's gonna happen. So be on the lookout. Um, yeah, man. Fuck. Anything you want to say? Anything else you want to say? Talk about?
Oh, do I still have you?
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds
Alright.
different now, but it's cool.
Died. Yeah, any last words? New stuff on the rise. It's coming. I got demos. I'm working with a bunch of cool artists. I'm actually hanging up this video and going to the studio, but not for my shit, for someone else's. But it's the same studio I'll be using for my shit. So that's positive. We're on the up and ups. Things are looking good. Check out Tiger King, Cowboy Kanye. I produced a song called On the Line for my roommate Jackson, who may potentially be a very important pop artist in the future. That could be kind of cool.
Any links to his music or titles?
I can't say link, but www.spotify.com/Jackson Singleton /on the line. Probably something like that. That's the name of the song, On the Line.
Be on the lookout for Jackson.
Yeah, I'm trying to get something out for him. I'm producing a girl named Rachel. It's weird because these are both like pop artists, but I make punk music. I did a song with my friend JD. I'll be featured on it. I don't know when it's coming out.
Yeah, is that what you would classify your last two singles as? Punk?
Not really. Like if I was a marketing at a label, I would say it's like alt rock, probably. It's a little bit more vague,
Mhm.
but I want it to feel punk. I want it to have the aggressive, fast bass and drums. And I would like more like angry, screamy vocals, but not always. I didn't know I could do it until I did Tiger King. And now it's like I record in this room. I can't record screaming vocals in this room. So yeah, you work with what you got.
All right, my dude. And when's that new single gonna come out? Well, okay, I'm not gonna like disclose the name of the track you sent me, but it was a
Yeah,
really
you
good
bleeped
track.
it out earlier, right? It's gonna be bleeped out.
It will be bleeped out, but
You can bleep it out again. It's called Go Go
it's
Coyote.
called. I enjoyed it a lot. I love the, like, I don't know, the distorted bass and all the elements that are very like similar to your first like two singles. Really like it. Are you gonna release that one, or are you kind of like keep it on the back burner until
I
further
think that
guidance?
one I will release. The decision is it going to be on an EP or is it going to be its own single? Which I actually am kind of leaning towards it being its own single and then the EP being something else.
Mhm.
Kind of where I'm at right now.
I like it. You should release that shit.
Yeah, I think I might release it and then
Yeah.
just do like a couple videos for the songs I have out at that point, and then work on an EP.
Yeah, I think maybe like, I don't know, fuck me, who am I? But maybe you should release that and then like release 5 songs along with the last three. It'd be 7 songs. Be pretty good. Solid number for like a, not an album, but like an EP. I guess you could still consider an EP. I mean, you are the master of your domain. You are the one to say what's an EP,
Getting close.
what's not.
Getting close. 7 songs could be an album, but to me,
Could
it
be,
seems
could
like
be.
a.
But anyway, regardless of what you do, please keep doing it. It's fucking dope. I like the sound.
I'm on the rise. I'm on the rise, baby.
I'm gonna
I
play.
wish I had more shit. Like I wish that I had videos. I actually had a whole video planned for Tiger King, but just didn't get around to it. And now I feel like it's been like a little long and concepts changed. I was trying to get it out in October. That's how long it's been. It's psycho.
Wow.
It's gonna be February. It's February today.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, time flies. But since we didn't get to see it, would you be okay to open to like share what the concept of the video was?
Oh, that video?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for Tiger King, it was gonna be me kind of being
Hire a bunch of tigers. I'm just kidding.
gonna go to Joe Dirt's castle.
Where?
It was gonna be in the desert, and basically, I wanted to have like these people sacrifice me. There's gonna be like a bonfire.
It's always fun to watch.
And I was referencing a lot of Rob Zombie, like from his films.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had like a big horror movie like thing, and I really got into Rob Zombie last year. And then when October like rolled around properly, I got really into Vincent Price. He was like the OG horror actor from America anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a really big like 60s Italian horror scene. Is like regarded as like some of the best shit. So and there's a pretty good French one too, honestly. And the Japanese are the best at horror. So honestly, just check out everything.
Shit. All right, my dude. Well, fuck. It's been nice talking to you, and we'll keep in touch, man.
I hope I didn't drag off too much on too much stuff.
Nah,
'Cause I know
not at all, man. Never. This is fun. There's no rules. It's not scripted. It's whatever comes to mind. It's whatever. I'll for sure share your music on this podcast. That's okay with you, Cowboy Kanye and Tiger King, and yeah. Fucking best of luck on the new shit. I really want to listen to more. I feel like you got more. You got more in you. Fucking take it out already. I want to listen to it. You're a genius. Stop fucking hoarding your shit and fucking share it with the world. You piece of shit. You beautiful piece of shit.
I'm trying to make it right before it comes out, just willy-nilly.
Yeah, I know. It takes a while, but wake up early, get your shit done early. I don't know. Trying to inspire you and shit. You fucking you got it, bro. You got it. I need to hear more because I know you got it in you. And let me hear some of that Mick Neely fucking steez, baby. You got it.
I got it for you. It's coming.
All right, Mick Neely. Peace out. Fucking have a good fucking afternoon. And we'll catch you next time.
I will see you later, my love.
Later, dude. Thanks again for tuning in. That was Mick Neely. You can find his work on pretty much everywhere. Instagram at Mr. McNeely. That's Mr. and MICKNEELY. Make sure to check it out and stay tuned for his up and coming new release, EP, full length album. Who knows what he's gonna make, but I really, really dig this stuff, and I hope you guys like it too. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next episode. Later.